Hi, I'm Mindy. I'm from My Time for Change. I'm joined today with Emma of Emma Wilson Fitness and My Time for Change. And we have the lovely Emma as well with us today, who's going to talk more about her experiences with My Time for Change.
Yeah, I think it was kind of wanting to have a different relationship with kind of food, and a different way of approaching things. So I kind of knew a lot about the kind of fitness side of it, but I knew that I didn't have the best relationship like with food and things like that. And so was kind of drawn by what Emma was saying about, like just a different way to approach stuff, and it not about it's not a diet, you're not cutting anything out, you're just thinking about what you eat and when you eat it and why you eat it, which was a big thing for me. I am definitely a snacker. When the going gets tough, it's like, right, where's the nearest bar of chocolate and glass of wine? So it was about a different approach. So I first did the programs in like January 2 years ago. And I knew that even though I was exercising, I wasn't at a weight that I was happy with. I wasn't in a shape I was happy with. And kind of what Emma was saying online at the time, like, as I say, really drew me in terms of just a different way of approaching the entire thing. And I did pretty much for the entire year, kind of every month, and really learn a lot about, kind of different ways to look at food, different ways of approaching it, different ways of filling myself up. And the change Emma says about taking photos and measuring yourself each month, and I'm so glad I did, because when I got to the end of that year and I put the photo of me at the end of the year compared to me at the start of the year, I just couldn't believe the difference. It was phenomenal. And it hadn't been massively about weight loss. It was, I wanted to tone up a little bit. I just wanted to kind of, as I say, have a different relationship with the entire thing. And then I decided to, as I say, go it alone for a bit. But the good thing for me about it being like a monthly sign-up was that then when I feel that maybe I'm going a bit off track, I just need a bit of accountability. And the really good thing is, because you send your weekly plan in for your food, and Emma, kind of tweaks, kind of where you could just make a little change and just make, I don't want to say better, because it's not about being better, it's just about making a little change to make it healthier, and so that you get, kind of the sustenance out of it you need, without padding it out with a load of things that you don't need. So for me, that was the really good thing. That's why I've kind of a dip in occasionally, just to keep myself on track. I've learned so much about the different ways that you can fuel your body. And so it's great just coming back into the fold for a bit and getting re-energized again. Before then, and sometimes, kind of going it alone, it is great, but actually it's just nice to have that supportive group as well of like-minded people who understand what you're doing and why you're trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve, and you can kind of get as much or as little from that as you want, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. I think from my point of view, having seen you postnatally, then seeing you through boot camps, then seeing you at classes, and then see you go into your longer distance running and all of that. If anybody had seen your photograph at the beginning of the year when you started, that have gone, what's she talking about? Because you had a great figure. But if you want to, and you wanted to feel better and have a different shape, and almost kind of see your reward for the effort you put into that running, and also on the flip side of that, get the most out of that run, feeling the best you can on that run, then you wouldn't have even imagined, because your before and after photographs for me, you could see muscle definition. There was just it was just an enhanced version of you that looked fit, that looked strong. And from the things that you told me, it was how you felt in terms of you've got 3 young children. They're older now, but they were younger then, and you have a demanding job. And it was about your energy levels. It was about reaching for those foods that still gave you that energy, that wasn't, we all like a glass of wine and a bar of chocolate, all 3 of us here, I would think. And it's not about not having those, but you were able to get the most from your life. And I think for me, the fact that you wanted to absorb, you wanted to learn, you wanted that extra month, that extra month. You gave yourself 12 months is what has allowed you to continue to be really successful, because it becomes a way of life.
I think that's the great thing about the programme is it's that whole body experience. Like you say, it's not about the weight. Like for me, I had so I was diagnosed with some health things that I knew that just changing the way that I ate could then have a massive impact on, you know, kind of like inflammation within my body, and all that's been so much better with just like a different approach to the foods that I eat and why I eat them. You know, so kind of inside and out physically, you just feel better, your body feels better, you feel stronger, and then as a result of that, like the mental, you know, kind of benefits that you get from it, just in terms of, I was going to say balance, but yeah, you know, just you don't peak and trough in the same way with your hormones as we can do at other times. And you know, and as females, we, you know, kind of, we all know we go through a monthly cycle, but you know, kind of getting that more in tune as well, it's that all-round benefit rather than it being about one specific thing.
Oh, that's great to hear. Thanks, Emma.